All right, so you're new to four-wheel driving. Let's save you a little bit of embarrassment and some rookie mistakes into the four-wheel driving world. Hang on to your hats, kids, because today let's go over 3 things that I think you need to be doing if you are new to the four-wheel drive scene. Let's check them out together. All right, so problem number 1 on new to four-wheel driving scene. Here we are at the back of the car. Your mate's over there, he's stuck in the sand. Everyone's running around crazy because the water from the beach is coming in and they're all losing their mind. And you go and do this recipe for disaster. Yeah, mate, send it. No, don't send it. You literally just put somebody's life and possibly your own in massive jeopardy, because this little bad boy here is just a projectile for not fun times. There you go. It's a missile waiting to go into somebody's face, head, important body feature. Okay, so what you should be doing is, number 1, proper recovery gear. That's what you need. Number 2, never use something like that. That is not a recovery point. It's a recipe for disaster. This is something you need to be using. This is a proper rated recovery point, which does go into your hitch receiver. Make sure you're using your proper accessories as well. Things like soft shackles. It has to be rated recovery gear, guys. Make sure you are actually reading it if you're unsure of what it is rated at. Most of the good ones will tell you. They will actually notify you of what they are capable of doing, because if you've got something like a D-Max, you want to make sure you've got the correct weight and your kinetic ropes as well, making sure that you are using the one that has correct sizing for your type of vehicle, or you might have something big. So if you've got that and you're using something that's only rated for one of these, you're going to have dramas. So make sure you're using the proper recovery gear to get yourself out of a sticky situation. Not only that, make sure you're doing it correctly. If you don't know, ask somebody or look it up on the internets where you are right now. There's plenty of stuff out there. Don't be dumb. Don't end up on I got stuck at somewhere on Facebook page. Not a fun time. Problem number 2 that we see with a lot of people who are very new to the 4x4 scene: tires and tire pressure choice. So you are new four-wheel drive, you're headed up to your local beach joint. I was going to say Bribey because we're in Brisbane, that's probably the closest beach joint to Brisbane. Tire pressure is a big one for off-roading guys. So again, if you're not sure, there's plenty of educational stuff out there on tire pressures and what you should be running. But Brent, how do I actually know how much air I've got in my tire? You're gonna need one of these. If you don't have one, get one. If you don't know where to get it, on our website. All right, this is a MaxTrack Indeflate. You can get all 6 different shapes, sizes of tire pressure gauges. I like this one because you can do 2 at once. So anyway, whack this onto your tire. It's gonna come up on the gauge how much PSI you have. 40, 38, whatever, you know, so it's all going to depend on your vehicle. But if you're on-road pressures, if you're hitting the sand, send it down, mate. Send it down to like 18, depending on all sorts of parameters. Like I said, there's plenty of stuff out there that'll tell you what you should and shouldn't be doing. But just for your reference, learn it. If you're not sure about it, ask someone who's done it. Or like I said, jump on the internets where we are right now and check it out for yourself, educate yourself, get yourself something like this. I'll get the guys to put it in the description below. That way you're not gonna look like a clown on the beach and getting stuck all the time.
Wow, you got that off the internet? In my day, the internet was only used to download porn.
Problem number 3 that we see with people who are new to the four-wheel drive scene is proper gear when you head out into the outback. So when you leave home, make sure that you are taking the essentials that you are going to need whilst you're out there. We do hear stories of people who head out and they've got no recovery gear. They don't even have water.
How many men did we lose?
All of them.
Well, at least they won't have to mourn each other.
Guys, I cannot stress enough how important it is to carry the essentials with you when you do head out and you're going to go somewhere that is away from home. There's not a corner store on every single corner out in the outback. If you're even heading an hour, 2 hours out west, guys, it can get pretty serious pretty quickly. So things like recovery boards, they're a great idea. Things like proper recovery gear, your straps, first aid kits. Hey, make sure you have these things in your vehicle. They're cheap enough to have. Put them under your seat. They can be out of the way. Tire pressure, gear, all of those types of things, guys. Make sure you keep it in your vehicle, and then that way when you are out on the tracks, you're not going to get caught out and you're not going to end up on the internet and not in a good way. So now that we've talked about it, go and do it. Don't just talk about it. Don't just watch me on the internet and then don't do anything about it. Put it in your car. That way the next time that you go out somewhere, you're going to be ready. You don't have to worry about it. It's all in the car. So guys, if you liked this episode, make sure you give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, subscribe to the channel, and that way you can see my smelly face one more time.
Yeah, I'm the greatest speaker of all time. They're suckling at the teats of my every syllable.
Make sure you put down in the comments below though, what's the first rookie mistake that you ever made if you aren't new to this space? And if it's already on the internet, make sure you put a link to it in the comment below so we can all go and see it and have a great time watching it. Okay, I'll catch you next time on the Ball Shed. See you, bye. Catch you, bye. See you later, bye.
Hooray! People are paying attention to me.